The tale of the tiger put a spotlight on how tribals across India venerate Mother Nature and their presiding deity, the goddess. Tiger, being her vehicle, is also revered and celebrated in their festivities. Bagha Nacha is one such dance form from Odisha where devotees not just paint themselves to physically resemble a tiger but also try to mimic its regal movements. Our artist of the month, Kannu Behera, is working hard to keep alive the tradition of Bagha Nacha through his art. We now speak to Kannu to understand how he is interpreting the relationship between Tiger, his family, and his roots in his artworks.
मेरा नाम कान्हा बेहरा, बेसिकली मैं ओरिजिन फ्रॉम ओडिशा, 3 साल से मैं दिल्ली में रहता हूँ और मेरा जो घर है गंजाम डिस्ट्रिक्ट का विलेज सुनापुर में।
In a small village, there were no government or private schools around, so Kanha went to a tertiary school which was like a Gurukul. Art classes were an integral part of the curriculum, with classes scheduled on Saturday and Sunday. On Saturday mornings, the teacher would ask the students to draw, which Kanha did on a slate, and then on Sunday he would be asked to work with clay and make figurines. This was his initiation in the world of art.
मेरा जो गुरुजी का नाम श्रीवत्स साहू था, श्रीवत्स, तो वो म्यूजिक लवर था और आर्ट लवर भी था, तो वो जानना चाहता था कि मतलब बच्चे के अंदर एक्चुअली पढ़ाई के साथ साथ और क्या क्या है।
The Gurukul and Mr. Sahu in particular believed in holistic education. Sports were also encouraged in the school and students played games like cricket, football, and even traditional games like kabaddi. Alongside, students were also taught art. Typically, students would be asked to draw in the morning classes. Like other children, Kanha would typically draw scenes like village life using geometric forms. In the evening classes, Mr. Saud would ask the students to play with clay and create artistic pieces. Kanha would make statuettes of Lord Ganesha or the presiding deity of Odisha, Lord Jagannath.
मेरा पापा को नहीं पता आर्टिस्ट क्या है, वो पता है कि हाँ मेरा बेटा चित्र करता है।
Seeing the growth and his interest in art, Kanhu's father and uncle decided to enroll him in Sunday art school. Kanha's parents were performers who both acted and danced as a part of the characters they portrayed. They would perform during the festivals and also travel to different villages and stage social, mythological, and fantasy dramas. Their most popular roles were that of gods and goddesses, such as Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, Gautam Buddha, and the goddess. His grandfather was a Sakhi. He would dress up always as a woman and act as the consort of Lord Krishna. The next generation also continued to patronize and participate in this folk theatre. Kanha was so inspired by his grandfather and his parents that he also started performing in the theatre. He enjoyed acting and dancing and played several parts, most of them were pertaining to Lord Krishna. While Bagha Nacha or the tiger dance was something that interested Kanha, it also challenged and intimidated him. However, he started participating and training for Bagha Nacha and ended up mastering the movements and moods of the tiger.
मेरा जो गुरुजी था, बिपिन बिहारी माथा, वो मेरे लिए बहुत इंस्पायर है। मुझे हमेशा मतलब बेसिक चीज सिखाया।
Bipin Bihari Matra was a firm believer of getting basics right. He made Kanha practice the basic principles repeatedly. Instead of working on a subject, he asked Kanha to sketch again and again. He would also ask Kanha to work with watercolors and do nature studies. Since his Gurukul was in the midst of nature, nature studies came quite spontaneously to Kanha. In this way, Bipin Bihari Sir sharpened his skills and Kanha started growing as an artist. Kanha was lucky to then have Jatin Das as his teacher and mentor, and also his third guru and inspiration, Gyaneshwar Mishra, who taught him traditional sculpture.
थर्ड ईयर से ये बाघा नाचा सीरीज मेरा काम से आया। जैसे मैं गांव में परफॉर्मिंग करके मैं कॉलेज लौट रहा था, मुझे सर ने बोले तुम कहाँ गए? तो सर मैं छुट्टी में घर चले गए। सर बोले गुस्सा करेंगे तो नहीं सर मैं गांव में परफॉर्मिंग था, मैं चले गया था। क्या क्यों हुआ? तो मैं बोला टाइगर डांस किया। जैसे मैं सारे डॉक्यूमेंटिंग किया था, फोटोग्राफी वीडियो में सार को दिखाया। तो सार ने बोला कान्हा तुम उसके सब्जेक्ट में काम कर
Kana
सकते
wasn't
हो।
sure of how to go about converting his Bhaganacha experience into an artwork, so he sought help from his teacher and mentor, who advised Kana to think of the feelings and emotions which he experienced while performing the dance. He also suggested that Kana express these feelings in his drawings, sketches, and layouts. As art is all about riyas or practice, Kana was asked to repeatedly sketch and do the layouts. After several such attempts, Kana embarked on his first work in the Bhaganacha series. On seeing the final product, his teacher suggested that Kana continues with the subject. He was also advised to better understand the genesis of Bhaganacha by studying ancient texts like the Upanishads, other Hindu religious texts, and also to travel across villages where the dance is performed. During his field trip, Kana spoke with village elders to understand the rationale of Bhaganacha, why is the dance form performed, and what is the significance of the time when it is performed.
मुझे लगा जहाँ पे ट्रेडिशन है वहाँ पे कंटेम्प्रेरी, मैं किसी को फॉलो नहीं किया। मैं मेरा टीचर को भी फॉलो नहीं किया, किसी को फॉलो नहीं किया, मतलब वाक में। बट जो अपन को गाइड करे तो वो चीज को मैं फॉलो किया।
As Kana started working on his art, he discovered his unique form and style. His first painting was a 6 by 4 feet canvas of a standing Bhaganacha dancer, with the collar around his neck, which typifies the Bhaganacha dancers. This work was greatly appreciated and applauded by his teachers. This gave him the confidence and the boost to further explore Bhaganacha dancers and their movements. Besides tapping his inner feelings and emotions, he also tried to recollect the various movements that he himself used to make while performing the tiger dance. To ignite these feelings and memories, Kana would actually perform Bhaganacha dance in an empty classroom at night. Each dance step and movement would lead to a sketch, resulting in hundreds of sketches and layouts which documented every minute detail, posture, and the angle of the Bhaganacha dancer. For Kanha, going back to his roots not only gave him the inspiration, but also served as a springboard for creating contemporary artworks. As a spontaneous artist, Kanha doesn't chalk out the exact layout of his artwork. It all starts with a thought, say a Bhaganacha movement, and then it grows organically where his childhood, his travels, his meetings with strangers keep on creeping in his creation. Take the example of his painting of a female Bhaganacha dancer. Kanha saw his mother in the face of the dancer. That brought the memory of how she would do Nazar Utarna or the evil eye to safeguard him from envy and jealousy. This became one of the elements in the artwork. Similarly, the memories of his travels also became a part of this artwork. While Tiger Dance remains his subject, Kanha combines his experiences and inspirations in the Bhaganacha series. The rich culture of Ganjam district, be it its unique dance forms like Sakhi dance, Dand dance, or Bharat Leela, or even the celebration of the goddesses, find their place in his artwork. Besides oil on canvas, Kanha is keen on exploring other mediums and art forms such as terracotta, printmaking, and sculpture to carry forward his distinct style and subject of Bhaganacha. Watercolors and oil on canvas are Kanha's two favorite mediums. However, he loves working with oils as their density gives richness to his work. Besides their distinct aroma and the sensorial feeling of oil on canvas, oil paint moves like butter on a slice of bread, which Kanha loves. His two gurus and mentors, Jatin Das and Bipin Bihari Matra, also are proponents of oils on canvas. With a view to expand his repertoire and experiment with new mediums, Kanha is currently working on sculptures. He has started working on terracotta and fiberglass. His new work is an interesting amalgamation of Pipli Chandua art of Odisha into sculpture of tiger dance subject. Chanduas, or the brilliantly colored applique wall hangings, hold a very special place in Odisha as they are an integral part of Lord Jagannath. Khanna has integrated Chandua designs in the clothing of his tiger dance sculpture. Khanna has a medium agnostic approach to the creation of art. After finishing the sketches, when he is in his studio, he tries the concept across mediums, be it watercolors, charcoal, pastel, poster colors, acrylics, etc. The attempt here is to see how he can translate the sketch into color and bring in the variation in textures and grading in his artwork. While he is a mixed media proponent, he usually finishes the artwork using oil colors. One unique aspect of Khanna's work is the use of gold dust and gold leaves for getting unusual textures. He usually mixes charcoal dust or zinc oxide with gold dust as the canvas absorbs the heavy charcoal dust, giving a dark background, while the light gold dust appears as a separate patina over it. He also uses a mixture of limestone, charcoal dust and zinc oxide to get unusual textures. He developed this method after seeing how chuna or limestone combined with paints change color and textures after the potters bake their clay pots in the kilns. Khanna has developed a distinct blocking system as far as colors are concerned. He starts with opaque colors and uses different grades of transparency in the colors to get unique layers, brightness and contrast of colors.
तो मैं तो इतना बड़े आर्टिस्ट नहीं, मैं चित्रकार हूँ, बट कलाकार बनने के लिए कोशिश करता हूँ.
What a fascinating journey Khanna has had. He's on a fast track but yet stays grounded to his roots. The village boy has made a distinct mark on the art world. This is the evolution of the Kalakar.